It is Gina Ask Me, the power of healing. How y'all doing tonight? I am blessed as usual. I woke up. I was supposed to get the purple highlights in my hair. As you can see, they're not there because I got my doctor's appointment on Monday and today's flip-flop. I thought today's was at 3 and Monday was at 1. It's the other way around. Yeah. And they couldn't take me. So I was not a happy camper, but shit happens. God forgive me. Oh, guys, you gotta pray for me to quit swearing. I just can't seem to do it, you know? I'm really trying. Quit smoking, which I'm putting one out as we speak because it's tacky on camera. And that's that. Oh, here they are. Okay. So, sorry I've been gone for a while. I apologize. I've been really busy. A lot of stuff has happened in my family. I'm trying to hold my family together. Or I'm holding myself together is what I'm doing. Because it's my turn to be happy, my turn to heal, my turn. So, today, we're just going to do a quick one. I'm going to explain to you, what's going on. And apologize again why I haven't been here. That's going to change. In fact, everything's going to change. I am setting a schedule like a job for myself. And it's what you got to do when you're on here. And I have to get a big dry erase board and make a schedule up for me, and then the church stuff and charity and counseling. So today I want to talk about struggles. Our country is in such a state of a mess, just a mess. And everybody is down, depressed, anxiety, and partially that is the seasonal disorder. You know that. You know what seasonal disorder is. When winter comes, we all get depressed. It's just the way it is. We lack vitamin D because we don't have any sun. We lack iron, anemia. And so we're feeling down. We're feeling yucky, and all that is going on around us. It's really hard to stay upbeat and happy all the time, Even mornings are my beautiful time with God. I spend an hour to 2. I forgot to change my nose stud. With God, I pray to ask Him specific people, and then I go on to sickness and poor and homeless. And I work with the homeless. I'm waiting for Miss Kathleen, because I got a couple volunteers that are coming to get me, and we're going to come over, so I'm just waiting for her call. She's got to get some more materials, but I told her, you know, I'm a cleaner, so I can come over and clean like the nobody's business. Woo! So we're going to talk about, it's not, I don't want to say depression, because it's not. I don't think it's depression. I think, like I said, I think that's, you know, partly seasonal disorder, partly, what's going on in the world. We certainly do not have enough God in our lives. You know, I got a client, a new client, and they're having a really hard time. Really, really hard time. And first thing I said, I made them upload my Bible app on my phone. It is like the best app ever. They have, excuse me, here we go. They have study programs on any subject you can think of. Any subject. And, you know, they have, of course, spiritual scripture for the day. And it's just a really good Bible app. And so his homework is to start, because he was born and raised in the church, but he become very unfamiliar with the church. So I'm gonna familiarize him with the church. And while we're at it, we're gonna have some fun doing some charity, you know? I think that's the only thing that we can do, you know, right now. So how many have you have regrets? You know, say I guarantee you, every one of you put your hand up and said I. Regrets are extremely hard to live with, especially when it's you miss the chance to say goodbye to a loved one over your stubbornness and not being able to forgive. You got into a fight, God forbid, with your spouse or significant other, and God forbid they died in a car accident on the way to work, and the last words you said to each other was F you or whatever. And most therapists will tell you never go to bed angry. Never. Because that festers. Even in your sleep, in your dreams, that anger festers. And then when you get up, it's worse. And it gets so bad, you can't even talk about it. So, I want to talk about regrets. I don't have any now. But before I was saved, before I was born again, I had nothing but regrets. I was too fat. I was I have a lazy eye. Just, you know, some really low self-esteem things. Some person, we know who you are, used to call me Boss Hog, Miss Piggy, because my, see if you can see, my nose is wide instead of, my Italian Roman. I don't have a Roman nose like everybody else. So, I wish I had the courage to live the life I wanted to live. I wish that I figured out my purpose God put me here for earlier. I wish that I was a better parent. I wish I knew then what I know now. Regrets, some aren't a bad thing because it teaches you to be a better person, because hopefully you learn from the mistakes you make from the regrets. The worst one is not being able to say goodbye to a loved one who passed. I think that's the worst one for me, anyway. That would be mine. Just mean people, miserable, mean, hateful people, because they're so miserable they can't love themselves. Therefore, they can't find anybody to love them, because nobody wants to love somebody that's miserable all the time. It takes too much energy to be with somebody like that. So, they'll stay for whatever they can get in the beginning. It's new, it's fresh, and then it's bye-bye. Yeah, I don't roll like that. I love who I am. I love who God made me. Now, I have never been happier. I still have some issues to work on, but my anger is almost, down to 10%, 90 calm. I just never been happier every morning, because when you were bedridden, think about that, bedridden for 2 years, and you could not get out of that bed, and you laid there and you looked at that wall and that wall and that wall. You couldn't even look at the one behind you because you couldn't turn your neck. Think about that. That psychologically messes with you. So if any of you have been through any kind of trauma that lasted more than a couple days, and I asked God to take me, and He wouldn't. My purpose was not fulfilled, and I see that now. I see it all now. But those of you that don't, their regrets. I talk to my daughter about regrets all the time, and I tell her, I don't want you to have regrets when I go. You're my only child, and her boyfriend, he can take me or leave me. He doesn't particularly care for me. So, whatever. It used to make me upset, but it don't bother me anymore. Not one bit. That's the truth. It really doesn't. But the big one is, I wish I had the courage to live my life to what it was supposed to be and not what was expected of me of others. That was me. I was a people pleaser. I was a yes girl. And I wanted to be liked. And I thought, if I'm liked, in turn, I'll be happy. I'll love myself. And then I will attract good men, not abusive men. It's not that simple. I had to get to the root of why I was so angry. And that's what you guys got to do. I think I've said this a million times, but I don't know if anybody's getting it because nobody's leaving me any comments on this. Because it's a very sensitive subject. Very touchy. Most trauma is sexual abuse. That's why this is touchy. Y'all know, I was molested 4 times before I was 13. It made me into the strong woman that worked 2 jobs and supported my daughter on a little tiny bit of food stamps, and that's it. I raised her. And I don't know if I did it because I wanted everybody to say, look, she's doing it without any assistance, any help, or I really, truly, I needed to get out of the house. The divorce almost killed me. Sorry, my sinuses are really bad tonight. They're actually hurting me. And I don't want y'all to have regrets because Jesus is coming sooner than we think. Okay? And he will. If you're a true believer, what will he do? He will hide you from the demons and the devil, and he will put you high on the rock till the war is over, and he will gently put you up. If you look on Facebook, I was going through my mother's stuff when she passed, and I found a poem. And I don't know if her and her best friend wrote it, found it. Every time I read it, I cry. So I think I'm going to try. Nope, it didn't work. So I'm going to edit it and add it on, which this too. So, well, listen. My new schedule, okay, is every Monday evening at 8 o'clock is my new scheduled video. Noon was just too hard for me. Mornings are horrible. So that's when you'll be seeing me. Right now, it's going to be once a week, twice a week. It's going to bump up, and then I'll put little vid bits up. And we are going to go out on the road. So, I'm kind of excited. You know what? I always wanted to do like the David Letterman and Jay Leno when they go on the streets and they would ask, like, so, who do you think's going to win? The debate. And, he'd ask them, like, off-the-wall crap, too. And I used to just laugh so hard. And I always wanted to do that. I think we're going to do that next week. Ha ha! I love it. I'm just gonna, cause I have a hair appointment Wednesday, for sure. I'm getting my burgundy put in, my purple. So, I think I'm just gonna, go randomly interview people and ask questions. I'm cracking myself up just thinking about the questions I'm gonna ask. But anyways, I'm done. I want to let you know I'm sorry. No regrets. Nothing. But how do we do it, guys? How do we end every episode of Gina Ask Me? How do we do it? You know. You ready? Peace. Love. I love you all. And I'm here. I'm right here. Take advantage. Leave me some comments. Google Plus connections. One public, one private. No one sees it but me. Okay? So if it's something really personal, go on there. It'll alert me. Okay? I love y'all. Love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Alright, you bastards. Now go to bed. It's late. You gotta go to work in the morning. What the hell are you doing up watching me? Ciao!